you wanna be like me, but you don't got what it takes. Heard you don't even own no car, but you just post to rave, yeah. If you ain't capping nowadays and you can't fit in, it's 2-seater, got 220 on the dash and you can't get in. And my dog just came home, gave him a...
Hey, what's good, Dream Team? It's your boy, this is Dream. I'm back again with another vid. Alright, so today we got another reaction quiz. We're about to react to it. It's I stole jewelry for my girlfriend, Young Don the Sauce Guy, animated story. Now, I ain't even heard from this man for a minute, man. I know he's out doing his thing, vlogging and stuff, you know what I'm saying? I follow him on the gram. He be doing his thing, bro. And his animations gotten a lot more, like, improved a lot, bro. Like, he been doing his thing. Y'all can tell he be doing his thing. Just look at his animations. Just look at his animations, man. I'm over here squeaking and stuff, man. No. Like, look at his animations. He be lit, bro. He be out here doing his thing, man. He does what he does, and that's that work, man. He putting that work in, man. Y'all gotta give that man credit, man. He be doing his thing for real. You feel me? Yeah. I just had to say that, cause you know, if some of y'all just be like, hey man, where young Don at, man? Hey, you be out doing this thing, man. He has a life too, you know. But anyway, enough of me talking. Let's go ahead and jump into this video. But before you do, make sure you smash the like button. Make sure you subscribe to the boy for more lit content if you're new. And without further ado, let's go ahead and jump into this video, guy. And stole jewelry from my girlfriend. I don't think I ever had to do that. I'm sorry.
Like doo-doo.
I can't steal from my girlfriend.
Like
Oh no. Oh no.
Single mom on Sunday night. Did I mention that we were...
I might steal some candy or something for her, but I ain't stealing no jewelry. I know that. Oh yeah, I seen this on his Instagram, man. His intro was fire, bro. His intro was fire.
You want to know how I came up with the name Young Don the Sauce God? It was a joke. During the animation, I stole his crush and then broke her heart. I sarcastically referred to myself as Young Don the Sauce God. Because in that story, I found myself being followed around by this cute little girl who thought she was my girlfriend. Because I asked her to be my girlfriend. And I thought it was funny because here I am talking about some cute little girl following me around like I'm that guy. When in reality, at the time, I was terrified of the idea of having a girlfriend. I think I was in like the 4th grade, and like a lot of boys at that age, I was insecure and girls made me nervous. So I said it as a joke to be taken sarcastically. I mean, even the way I said it in the video, Young Don the Sauce God. Young Don the Sauce God. Young Don the Sauce God. I thought I made it very clear that I was joking. So you would see why it was to my surprise when I went to the comment section, I saw that my subscribers were calling me that, but not jokingly. They really liked that name for me. And for a second, I didn't get it, because if I had to use one adjective to describe my content, it would be self-aware. My entire career revolves around me sharing my most embarrassing shortcomings and mistakes, and then sharing with you what lessons I took away from those experiences. Not for a second did I think that I could tell you a story of me getting rejected by a girl or getting roasted in high school and then have you turn around and think, oh man, that guy's so cool. And nothing screams a lack of self-awareness and humility like calling yourself a fucking god. So I didn't get it. But then I realized the reason why people are okay calling me that is because some of them seem to admire me to some degree. But the reason they admired me wasn't because I tried to portray myself as this cool, perfect dude, but because I'm a fuck up. I'm a fuck up who's okay with being a fuck up. Because I know that all I can do is look at all the ways that I've ever messed up in my life and try to mess it up less in the future. And I think that people like that because in some way it allowed them to feel okay with being fuck-ups too. Because that's what sauce is. Being okay with being imperfect. Knowing that you can always get better, but still being okay with knowing that you'll never be perfect. Because that's life, and there's no use in beating yourself up about it. So I embrace the name, and I try to live up to it. And oftentimes, I fall short. But whatever. Fuck it. So with that said, let's talk about a time where I really fucked it up big time. So this story takes place around the 5th or 6th grade, and I was somewhere around 8 to 10 years old, and this was around the time where I really started liking girls. You know, like I was at that in-between place where I started really thinking that girls were cute, but I still didn't get why girls with fat asses are supposed to be appealing. Just didn't make sense at the time. Like, doo-doo comes out of there. You know, like, what is the hype really all about? That was me. Then, but now I know. They jiggle. Anyway, I had this one classmate, and we call her Brittany, and I thought that she was absolutely adorable. Big cute eyes, golden brown skin, and she always wore her hair in these cute little puffy pigtails. Just cute as a button. Also, she was kind of a bitch. Like she was mean, but I liked that. I wanted that. I needed that. I could tell then that she was gonna grow up to be a boss-ass woman. You know, she was smart. She was that smart kid that cried when she didn't get an A on a test, and you know, she was just more than me. You know, like they're different levels of humans. She was like a tear up for me, but me, ever the overachiever, I had to have her. So Valentine's Day was coming around, and I decided that was going to be my window to shoot my shot. Now, problem was 0 game, like none, and with no big brother to seek advice from, and for sure I wasn't going to ask my dad. I turned to the only source of information that I had in my life for this kind of shit. Corny chick flicks that I'd watch on the Lifetime channel with my single mom on Sunday nights. So what do guys do in these corny romance movies to get the girl? Turns out there's actually a lot of complexity and plot to many of these movies, but what my 9-year-old boy brain was able to take away was that bitches liked jewelry. So naturally, the mission became obtain jewelry. First obstacle. I didn't have any fucking money, and that should have been the end of that plan, honestly. But me, ever the resourceful young fella, I remembered that my mom had a drawer filled with jewelry, which I thought she had way too much of. Obviously, I mean, the drawer was a mess, completely unorganized. All of her jewelry was thrown all over the place inside her jewelry box. So obviously she had way too much. So I figured she would have missed a necklace. So I take one of the necklaces and I write Brittany a love letter. And the next day, which was the day before Valentine's Day, while she was off somewhere, I don't know, doing shit, I slipped an envelope with the letter and one of my mother's necklaces into her bag. Fast forward to the next day, and as I'm walking into class, guess who I saw smiling at me? I know. Baby girl Brittany. Kobe, nigga. Don't miss. I wish it was a true statement. I miss all the fucking time. Why am I talking like this? So when lunchtime came around, I went up to her and I was like, so, funny, bro. Did you get my letter? And then she was like, duh, nigga, that's why I let you a dumbass get close to me. I wasn't the smartest kid in class at the time. Or ever. So then I was like, oh, so you want to be my Valentine? And then she was like, okay. So then I was like, oh shit, well, while we here, you want to be my girlfriend? And then she was like, okay. Bam!
Okay, man, you got a game, bro. Okay.
And it didn't take long for me to realize that I don't know how to keep a girlfriend. Like, how do I keep her interested? So I was like, wait a second. My mom has so much jewelry. This shit worked so good the first time. I'll just do it again tomorrow. Don't do it. Rinse and repeat. But second time she got the jewelry, didn't really have the same effect. Because one, the more you do something, the less value it has. And two, did I mention that we were 9? Oh my God! This girl didn't care about
What's she gonna do with it? What's she gonna do with her necklace, dude?
That's for a grown woman. And even if she wore it, which she wasn't going to. She looked like every stereotypical 90s rapper ever. Like, the necklace probably caught her at her belly button. So eventually I realized that this strategy was not going to work long term. I mean, besides all of the psychological reasons why, giving her jewelry every day would have just been weird, you know? And eventually my mom was going to realize how light her jewelry box was getting. So I had to come up with a new strategy. And in a flash of genius, I thought that maybe I could try talking to her. I know I'm a revolutionary. So there we are at lunch the next day, and we're eating and talking together, and it's going well, but I realized that this girl was boring. Like, this bitch was so boring. Like, god damn. She didn't like cartoons. She didn't like Dragon Ball Z. She didn't like Pokemon. She didn't like soccer. She liked to read, and which I hated reading as a child. Like, I'd rather be constipated, which
he said constipated.
I suffered from chronic constipation as a child. Like, my memories of my childhood is mostly me being constipated on the toilet. And I knew for a fact during my childhood at no point would I've ever traded being constipated with reading a fucking book. Oh. So I was thoroughly disappointed, to say the least. And then, as we were eating together, a group of my friends passed by and they were playing bottle soccer, which is where you fill up a bottle with water and use it as a ball to play soccer. If you're lucky, you can find a tennis ball, but desperate times call for desperate.
I think I played that
These
before.
are the things that little Jamaican boys do. And to all my fans who don't live in America, yes, it's called football, but just go with it, all right? Shh. And as they passed by, she was like, ugh, they are so immature, kicking around a little bottle like children. Look how dirty their uniforms are getting. That's so lame. Oh my gosh. Like, I spend all my free time doing crossword puzzles and teaching myself how to file taxes. But obviously, of course, I love to play bottle soccer. Like, that was fire, dog. So there I was. I was in a relationship with this boring-ass girl that I stole my mother's jewelry to impress, being push-whipped into not being able to play with my friends. And the worst part was, I wouldn't even get my book.
He needs some milk.
Not that I knew what that was at that age, but the concept is still the same. So, fast forward to the next day, and it's after school. And I'm walking across the playground, and I see that my boys are getting together to start a game of bottle soccer. And then I see Brittany sitting on a bench by the playground, chilling with her girlfriend. And I knew right there and then that I had a decision to make.
Hey, yo, Don, you wanna play? Don!
I'm on my way! I say, get out, untuck my shirt, tie my school shoes up, and go play bottle soccer with my boys. And sure enough, by the end of the game, Brittany's friend walks over to me and is like, so Brittany doesn't want to be your girlfriend anymore. And then I was like, let's do it look like I can.
Hey!
And that's the story. Moral of the story: 1, you can't buy love. And 2, just because you find someone to be attractive on the outside doesn't mean that they'll be a good match for you. So if it doesn't work out, consider yourself lucky that you got away. Because not everything that glitters is gold. Except for that necklace I stole from my mom. That shit was real gold. And on that note, I know exactly what I'm getting my mom for Christmas. A brand new Dreamland Boulevard hoodie, yo. Ooh,
I thought he was about to say necklace for a second.
Have you got yours yet? You haven't. Fuck is wrong with you? Go get one. Nah, but on a serious note, thank you guys again for everyone who's copped a hoodie.
Oh man, dude, hey, look. I'm just, you know, right now, I will never ever steal from my girlfriend, bro. Steal for my girlfriend, bro. If it be anything, it'd be like some candy or something like that. I don't know. But a necklace for my mother, bro. Y'all ain't gonna see me the next day. I promise y'all ain't gonna see me the next day. I ain't gonna be here. I'll be somewhere in the ocean or something. I don't know. But yeah, he's right though. You can't buy love, man. And just because a girl is attractive on the outside doesn't mean that she'll be attractive on the inside. You know what I mean, man? She might be dead, be ugly on the inside, bro. And you won't want that. You won't want that. Oh no, you don't. You do not want that. You do not want that. But alright, that's funny. Dang, my spit gland. Anyway, I'm gonna cut this video. Anyway, guys, hope you guys enjoyed this reaction video. If you want to see the original video, I'll put the link down in the description below. I'm also on social media such as Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, Snapchat. So go ahead and follow me and on Snap. If you have a reaction request, hit me up on my IG, my Twitter, or comment down below this video. Let me know what you want me to react to next, or if you have an idea in the next video. And yeah, dream to be lit. I was lit, forever be lit. And remember, don't go to sleep and dream about your dreams. Get up and chase them. Simple as that. Until the next video, this is Dream out.